Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the questions.
Thank you. That concludes our question and answer. I will now turn the
That's
call
it.
back over to Dr. Paul Peter
Okay.
Top.
Thank you, operator. Also, many thanks to everyone who has been listening to this call and for participating in the call and for your questions. I wish you all a great day. Thank you very much.
I mean, pretty good data. You know, it's a little weird. These really long-term prostate cancer studies do. Um, I don't think so. I saw people on Twitter kind of can't believe it. Yeah. No, I had I don't even know how much shares I had, but I maybe 1,000 shares short, so almost nothing. I lost 8K, not a lot of money. Um, I've been focusing on the other ones quite a lot more. I have some puts as well that are going to be worthless, but yeah, I was always skeptical of like this kind of approach. What Dubs is saying with the Amgen drug is true. It's very hard to like stab a tumor and hope that something happens. And this is like this really weird so-called abscopal effect where injecting the tumor now has some impact years from now. So that's typically not the case. But immunotherapy can be a little mysterious. I could see people being skeptical about it, and without overall survival even a trend in the right direction, I think that's a little worrisome. Usually studies like this are a little bigger as well. No, there are some intratumoral. Intratumoral has tried so many times and it just doesn't. It just generally doesn't work. So it's very surprising that this worked, but like I said, I had not taken lots of questions on this one. I just kind of put it on my screen, shorted a little bit because my heuristics are like this. Heuristics kind of were alarming. So I hope nobody got some huge position in this or something like that, just because I had it on my screen here. It may not be approvable because of the overall survival thing. But the Kaplan-Meier curves separate. The p-value is a little sketchy. 0.015, I think. It should be a little better than that, but a good chunk of the Kaplan-Meier curve is overlapping and then it separates. It's a tough call for sure. Yeah, again, not sure it's a long, but I don't know if I'd be short it. I just heard of CADL for the first time like a week ago, and I barely done any work on it. I'm not long, but I'd probably rather, if I had to be long versus short. It's still a tough call. You don't have to make every call. Like, I'd just rather maybe not be involved in this, but technically met the primary endpoint. They still might say the totality of the data doesn't support approval. But if you do meet the primary endpoint, it is usually a good thing. Yeah, tough call. It's not even 2 years from now. It's 3 years from now. I don't know what company takes 2 years to file a BLA. My guess is they have to do some kind of manufacturing update. Because putting the data together for one clinical trial, I mean, people file BLAs that have many clinical trials in them. I wouldn't be nervous, Paul. That's funny that they didn't want to spend money on it. Well, they'll do a financing today and they'll have plenty of capital. The real question on these things is, do the big guys believe it? Does Fidelity, does Wellington, does T. Rowe, do those guys believe it? And I generally think the answer there is going to be no.
Order partially filled.
I don't know what to do on it, honestly. You know, the last time there was something like this, Dendrion was the company. They did get FDA approval. But it took years and it was very controversial, so CADL might be something like that, where it's just like, data's good, is it good enough? I don't think it's Pluvicto killer. Yeah, I can't believe Rigetti's at $8. I shorted the Rigetti 7.5 calls.